I'm going to draw a line on this weekly chart for Bitcoin right here at this low. Look at L right there. The low this week, 39,585. If the price of Bitcoin closes below here, my prediction is it will go down to test this area of support at 29,641 there, 28,754 there, or 29,292. And the reason is, first of all, the chart pattern. When you remove the 7 moving average, it is a clear head and shoulders chart pattern. Starting from right here, it is a bearish chart pattern that goes up to form the left shoulder. It comes down. It breaks out to new highs to set the head. Then it drops sharply and bounces for the right shoulder. We are right now at the end of that pattern. Volume is diminishing all the way down, especially from right here in mid-November. This was the week of the start of the fall. This was where the CCI gave the primary sell signal by crossing below plus 100 and closing below the 7 moving average. Right here on that week was the sell. Just below the 7 moving average is where I bailed. The second sell signal comes when the CCI dips below 0. And look what happens on that week. If you're not out by then, your last sell signal is way down here when the CCI drops below minus 100 and breaks below support here and here. That is neckline support. The CCI is turning down right now. It is just under minus 100. That's a sell signal. Now, it doesn't always work. Here was one here that almost came below and rose above. But the important thing to know is when you look at the past, if you do not sell every time the CCI drops below minus 100, you're in for a world of hurt. Okay, a lot of these are back in time when you really can't see anything going on. So I'm just going to bring it up to about here so you can get an idea. But my point is, when you look back at the lows, we have readings of about 150. Look all the way on the right here for the reading as I call them out. An average limit down is 200 to the negative, but they do go down to almost 400 here, minus 383 on that one. Then back to normal at about minus 200 down. All right, so it can go much lower than minus 100. Just because it didn't that time doesn't mean it won't. And just as an example, when you drop below minus 100 right here, look at the high price just a couple of weeks before that. Look at the high up here. Okay, the high price on this week, 10,500. The low on this week, 3,880. That was a drop of more than 50% in price. So, the chart pattern is bearish. Support is about to be taken out right here. You pick the lowest low. Now it's already breached it on a closing basis. This was the lowest close 2 weeks ago. Okay, and that started it all. If we close below that close this week and below the low, and this is the line right here, 39,585. If we close below that this week, The lower Bollinger Band is already turning down, saying, come on down here and play. You can tag me down here, and then it'll just drop quicker and quicker. And the next stop will be in this area right here at the close on that day. But the next line that needs to hold is right here at 29,000 at the low here. 28,754. And don't think it can't do it. I hear people out there still calling for $100,000 Bitcoin. It hit 69 in early November. This week from the 15th has been nothing but down. This chart is so bearish. Staying under the 7 moving average is bearish. Diminishing volume is bearish. The CCI has dropped until right now, and it's all going to break loose when the reading right here breaks below the low here, which is lower than the low here, even though right now the price of this low, okay, is much higher than the price at the lowest low here. That's a bearish divergence.